This week, the city looks to the future. Denver Municipal Code gets one step closer to potty parity, and DIA shuttle drivers get back wages thanks to the city auditor. All this and more happening in your city now. I am Paula Vargas, and this is YCN. Restore, replace, and expand. These topics brought Denver residents and city officials together at the third General Obligation Bond meeting, known as Go Bond.
I'm here because I want a rec center in my community.
The last city bond, passed in 2007, funded nearly $550 million of improvements in Denver neighborhoods.
Vote because this bond will be coming in front of us as voters. Right? This isn't automatic. This will be a vote in November one day.
Before asking voters for authorization of its next bond in 2017, the city is working with residents to determine how money will be spent and where they feel it is needed the most.
You're helping form this bond from start to finish, and you're basically giving the city guidance on what is missing and what we need to fill.
Only city-owned property and projects that are shovel-ready qualify for Go Bond funding.
Such as the replacement of a playground in a park, a new bridge, street paving.
Funding for the 2017 Go Bond is based on Elevate 2020, the city's 6-year capital improvement plan, which identifies Denver's major city asset rehabilitation needs and new investment opportunities in capital infrastructure.
We have some ideas of things we already need to fix.
Send your ideas, comments, questions, or concerns to 2017 Go Bond at denvergov.org.
So as I noted, we received a request from the LGBTQ Commission to look at requiring single occupant toilet facilities. And so that's those that have just one sink and one toilet to be signed as gender neutral.
In a case of code catching up with common usage, Council is considering amendments to the Denver Revised Municipal Code to require gender neutral signage and use of single occupancy bathrooms.
Denver has always been, for me, as somebody who grew up here, a very inclusive city, and I think that this is a great way to take some of the power that signs have over people and make it inclusive. And I think now, after our proclamations of a couple weeks ago, it's a great time to be inclusive and make sure that everybody knows that Denver is for them. And there's no time to be more compassionate than when somebody needs to go to the bathroom.
Although state laws uphold the right of trans individuals to use the gender bathroom of their choosing, gender-neutral bathrooms allow for inclusivity of a broader spectrum of identities and also more efficient use of single-occupancy bathrooms that cuts down on waiting times and lines.
One, this came to us from the community, actually. It came to us from individuals. And second, we're reflecting where businesses were already going with their behavior. So I think this is an example of where you can come to your government and, make a common sense change.
The proposed code amendments moved out of committee and will be considered at an upcoming Monday night City Council meeting. $1 million, that is how much the Denver City Auditor's Office recovered in back wages. For nearly 3 years, over 50 of DIA's bus shuttle drivers were paid less than half of the wages they worked for. In a recent statement, Denver's auditor Tim O'Brien announced his investigators learned that DIA contractors were failing to pay their workers legal wages. The Denver Auditor's Office fought for a settlement from the subcontractor that operated the shuttle service for construction workers on the recently completed DIA hotel and light rail project. The money will be split between 53 drivers. The auditor's office is working to contact the rest of the drivers. If you or anyone you know may qualify for the refund, contact the auditor's office. The Denver Art Museum brings the Star Wars universe to life with more than 70 original costumes from the Star Wars films. Check out the exhibition through April 2nd. Purchase your tickets online or by calling the museum. Don't miss out on a chance to influence Denver's infrastructure plans at the last 2 community meetings for the 2017 Go Bond, held this week. You can also submit written comment cards at Denver Public Libraries and rec centers by December 21st. Catch a new episode of YCN every Friday. Thanks for watching.